You know, I really hope Benedict keep any equipment that he had on him. That would be really unfortunate. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Angle Strategy. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we saw the fallout from our decision to side with Frederica in saving the Roselle. And this time, we are going to advance a little bit more, and we got no materials. That's the problem there. Lionel has incurred a debt with anyone he intends to pay. After all, one cannot put a price on life. I just want to grab stuff. I want to have more equipment. We'll grab 30 of those. We'll grab all 5 of those large ranged pellets. I mean, Medina's just so good. Medina's just so good. And Swift Spices, there's 26 of them, good lord. I mean, sure, I probably could have bought some of these things, but oh well. We'll eventually talk to those people, just kind of spend time going through all their dialogue. And now, let's see what's going on in Wolfort.
What? You want us to leave the city?
You couldn't have told us this sooner? I've got a family to worry about.
I understand I ask much of you, but a bloody battle is nigh. You must be ready to evacuate if it comes to it.
But where's our lord? Won't he protect us?
Lord Serenoa marches toward an even fiercer conflict than what we face here. He left me to protect the people of Wolford in his stead. I ask that you trust in our house and do as I bid.
All right then. Well, I suppose we'll start packing.
Your mastery at matters of war has kept us safe this long. If you say we need to leave, that's what we'll do.
You have my thanks. I've one more thing to ask of you. Something I'd like each of you to make.
Aw, Benedict, what's that wily guy scheming? Well, he's scheming something.
Minister Exham's forces ought to be crossing into Wolfort's domain any moment now.
Will it be war, or will they relinquish the salt crystal deposits without resistance?
I think we have no cause for worry. Minister Serenoa is one of our saintly 7 after all.
Nevertheless, we cannot be certain what he will choose. Whoever controls those salt crystals controls the future of all Norzelia. Knowing that, you truly think he would give them up without a fight?
Minister Lila is right. He may very well decide to ally with Asfrost and rise up against us. I made sure Minister Exham understood he may very well be marching to war.
Wolfort is a prideful house. If we apply too much pressure on them, they may hold out simply out of principle.
Honestly, we are more trouble than they are worth. It almost makes me wish we could turn them and Asfrost against each other.
That is something else to consider. We could even promise them the Roselle's freedom, should they triumph over the duchy.
A fine proposition. The best outcome would be to have them destroy Asfrost for good.
And in doing so, they'd be destroyed themselves. Surely you would not wish for such slaughter.
Soft hearts have no place here, Minister Camsell. We fight for control of all Norzelia.
And we must fight to win. Our troops will need Elfric, Minister Lila. See that they have it.
Of course. I'll see to any final adjustments at the Ministry of Medicine.
Concealed aboard Claris's consortium cart, Serenoa and his retinue slip out of the Wolfort domain past Exham's forces and make for the Hyzantian capital. As soon as they arrive, they review the particulars of their plan to lead the Roselle in revolt.
Scouts are reporting the Hyzantian army has crossed into the Wolfort domain. The force is commanded by Minister Exham, and is many times larger than what they used when we marched on the Crown City.
Enough to destroy Castle Wolfort, and then some. They ain't aiming just to scare us.
A foe even Benedict would be hard-pressed to prevail against.
Have faith, Anna. Benedict will protect our people as he always has.
I know.
That said, we cannot defend the domain itself. Our land and our castle will doubtless fall to Exham's forces.
Then we must act as if we have no home to return to.
We cannot waver in our resolve.
No. The time for doubts is long past. Listen well. After we have freed the Roselle from the source, we will set our sights on their homeland in the south, La Centralia. We will find the Endless Sea and create a land free of suffering. A far-fetched dream if ever there was one, I know. I will not blame any of you if you do not wish to come.
A bit late for second thoughts now.
Aye, we're with you, my lord. Wherever you will lead us.
Then it's decided. We have much to discuss about our rescue plan. Claris, if you would.
The wagon will have to pass through an inspection at the Goddess's Shield before entering the city. I can throw my consortium weight around to see you safely through the inspection, but that's about all I'm good for.
That's more than enough. Thank you.
Then let's muscle our way into the source. The guards won't expect an attack from the outside.
Getting in is not what worries me. Indeed. The biggest obstacle we face is getting the Roselle to follow us out.
They've been treated as criminals under the teachings for so long, they've come to believe they are guilty. They might be too terrified of disobeying the goddess to even agree to rise up.
My mother led them in revolt 30 years ago.
True, but only a small handful of people escaped.
I know. Freeing all of them means we must be even bolder than my mother.
Have you thought of how you'll convince them?
I have. I will smash the statue of the goddess to pieces. If they see her idol destroyed, the fear shackled about their hearts will break. Without terror to hold them back, the uprising of 30 years ago will look tiny in comparison.
But that statue is massive. How are you gonna reduce it to rubble?
I'm going to blow it up.
Ah, yes, if we use all the explosives we have, it will come crumbling down. But then we'd have none to destroy the ships that pursue us.
Exactly. That's why I think we ought to use Elfric on the ships instead.
Elfric? It is more powerful than the explosives.
And perfect for blowing up ships.
There must be some stored at the Ministry of Medicine, considering Minister Lila's involvement in its creation. But how will we detonate it without Milo?
Considering all the research they conducted, there must be some sort of documentation on how to use it.
Then what are we waiting for? If Lady Frederica's plan is going to succeed, we better go track some down.
All right, then we have our plan.
My friends. Thank you.
I do like how Clarsh is just kind of sitting there.
I'll handle the guards. Don't move a muscle, any of you. Don't even breathe. Hail! I am Clarus of the Consortium. I bring goods for trade in the city, if you'll give me leave to pass.
Clarus! Consortium's working you hard.
In these dangerous times, 'tis a privilege to be in such good employ. But you're worked even harder than I. Here, a small token of my appreciation.
You always have been a thoughtful man. Go on, then.
Wait! We cannot allow unscheduled goods into the city without inspection.
Fine. Guess there's no such thing as being too careful.
You needn't worry. Minister Kamsel of the Saintly Seven sent for these goods himself.
He did?
Oh, yes. Look closely, and you'll see.
What have you done? Ah, you snake! I must call for reinforcements!
Clarus, are you all right?
My apologies. Luckily, mine was the only face they saw. I will draw off the reinforcements while you make for the Ministry of Medicine. Quickly now. And do not forget to retrieve the explosives you buried in my cargo.
I'm sorry we've put you to such trouble. And we'll likely have to blow up Consortium ships on top of everything else.
Cause as much trouble as you wish. I know you'll repay me for it once this is all over.
Hurry. The majority of their forces may be absent, but we're finished if a guard catches sight of us.
To the Ministry of Medicine with us.
You know, Clarus, I don't think we're actually gonna be getting back to paying you. Just a thought. Seems a bit unlikely, not gonna lie.
Unsurprising to find researchers here.
Hyzant still doesn't know we're moving against them. They shouldn't think us suspicious as long as we walk at a calm pace.
We can't go that slowly. Minister Kamsel is in charge of the guards, and he's no pushover. The longer we take, the more we'll lose our freedom of movement.
Clarus is clever, but he could still get captured.
Then we'd best split up.
Indeed. We must find the Elfric, and quickly.
We split up to take a look around, but I still can't find a single blast crystal in here. Wonder how the others are faring. Perhaps I should check in on them. But more importantly, money. Very shiny money. Only those who are involved with a research subject are privy to its details. Something like Elfric would be more protected than most. More money? Things are noisier here than I remember. Perhaps they're because they are preparing for battle. What if Minister Lila's here? We should keep an eye out for her. Yeah, I don't think that she'd be a fan of us sneaking in here. Or maybe she is, I don't know. I won't judge. I have to find that Elfric as soon as possible and make for the source. To convince the Roselle that they've committed no crime and free them from that horrific place. It's the right thing to do now, knowing the truth. I think I said that a little bit weirdly, but whatever. More HP pellets, there was more money up here. Lots of stuff to be found. I imagine there'll be no small amount of injuries from the coming battle. We are currently preparing a system that can handle as many patients as possible. There seem to be archives on the other side of the door. Perhaps we can find documents about the Elfric. We just picked the lock not a moment ago. I'll report back later with my findings. Good old Anna.
Ah, Minister Sereno. Are you here to meet with Minister Lila?
Yeah. I made it this far thanks to Lord Clarus. Must free the Roselle and help them flee to Hyzant. A big battle is always a boon to our research. They're injured and fallen aplenty. They will further our research on Elfric nicely. That's terrifying. It's locked. Their head is off limits, only though we could break the door down. We just got a bunch of research. Just stab them in the face. Can't help wondering how Benedict's doing. Sorry, lad. I know I should be focused on finding that Elfric. And oh, there's a shiny back here. Panacea pellet. But I believe that we be good to go. Resume a search for the Elfric.
Lord Serenoa, look at this book.
What is it?
Did you find it?
No, only a book.
The Elfric method in practice. Does this detail how it is made?
Seems that way. It's littered with arcane terms I can scarcely comprehend. But if I'm grasping this correctly, the main component of Elfric is human remains. It says here, having harvested the corpses of Roselle who perished at the source.
Harvesting corpses? For what foul purpose?
We did not intend for Elfric to be weaponized. Our original goal was to harness its immense magical capabilities to power the automaton.
Automaton? What manner of contraption is that?
I do not know, but I doubt it is anything kind or good.
I thought the Ministry of Medicine was supposed to, figure out how to save lives, not how to profit off death.
We've glimpsed the rot at Hyzant's core.
Minister Serenoa, what are you doing here?
Yeah, no way in hell we were getting through without a fight. We're just gonna jump right in for these missions, by the way.
Minister Lila, did you use Rosellan remains to create Elfric?
I advise taking more care with your words, Minister Serenoa. You are one of the Saintly Seven. You have a responsibility to protect Hyzant's secrets.
Then it is true.
You steal their freedom, their very lives. And you dare to call what you do healing?
Everything I have done was as the goddess willed. I call myself nothing but her loyal servant. All of us are hers to command.
No, not all of us.
House Wolfort means to free the Roselle from the goddess's tyranny.
Do you now?
As one committed to the preservation of life, you know salt should not be a luxury for the privileged few. Is that not what you told me? Help us. If not for the Roselle, then to change Hyzant for the better.
Change Hyzant? How wonderful that would be.
Then...
No, I cannot help you. The Holy One would have my head for turning traitor. Besides, my hands are far too bloody to ever be washed clean.
I really like Lila as a villain. I mean, okay, she's a villain. Well, you wouldn't be a villain on some routes, but for here she is. And she's just a really good character. She knows that she's guilty of what she's doing, but she still knows that she has to go through with it. The big thing with her is that she will delay people's turns. She very much is a support character. So she can do a decent bit of damage, by the way, with that delayed casting. She can either slow people and she can inflict stop, which is pretty annoying. There are also these elite rogues that are very good, and they also have their mages, which use a lot of lightning. And I believe their blades, yeah, blades have counter, pikes have delaying thrust, and the shields have trample. But we begin our fights. Let's first things first, as always, clear the field just so that we can grab some of our recommendeds. At this point, I'm not going to pick up every recommended. These are pretty difficult missions, and I'm not going to go easy on them. Just as they're not going to go easy on me. I'll grab... not you. We'll grab Medina. Medina's really good. And I'm actually going to grab Archibald. How does that look for our team? This is probably who we're going to be using for most of the rest of the game. I'll actually drop Gila in exchange for Izana. Izana's really good. Move Max up, move Eridor up. And I think that we will be good to start. Let's begin the battle. Sorry, commence the battle! Oh, thanks for telling us about Benedict, now that we can't use him. I mean, they've told us a lot of times about Benedict, and we've used him a lot.
These heretics spit in the face of the goddess. They deserve nothing better than utter annihilation.
Minister Lila, how can you pretend the teachings are righteous when you know the truth?
There is no turning back for me. I am Lila Viscraft, one of Hyzant's saintly 7. In the name of the goddess, I deem your life forfeit.
Your orders?
This is certainly going to be an interesting fight ahead. The rogues, well, they don't just act twice, they can completely move twice.
So it's come to blows.
I shall protect you.
Great caster? Yep, that's true. She is pretty good as a unit. Jesus, only 30 damage? And presumably those are the weakest guys. Well, guess I'll just have to play this tactically. And gain a lot of experience. That too. Let's see, 67 on both of those. Probably a little bit more scared of the blade than the rogue. Didn't really matter, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. So they're charging ahead.
From where shall we strike?
You are extending your range. And yeah, I think I want to take people out basically one at a time. Move Archibald there. And I can actually use Edged Arrow.
Whatever it takes.
And Medina. You know what? Let's fast-acting meds on Archibald. Get him moving again.
Looks like I'm up.
Get the old man bones rolling. We'll be able to kill at least that guy with... maybe not, actually. I was thinking we might be able to kill him with Scorch, but now, second thought, might not be able to. Yeah, a lot of people up ahead. 2 mages, that's something to be aware of. 2 healers, that's something to also be aware of. They will grant TP. Let's... yeah. Provoke.
Let me show
For
you what
no gain. Scorch, yeah, it doesn't do enough. You know, the fire will do a decent bit. want to hit someone with blazing chains. I think that's our best bet.
Stay right there.
Yeah, 93 damage is pretty good.
I can do this.
Cordelia, you move ahead, and let's offer regen to Max.
I've done it.
Zana, you can move ahead. Red Lightning doesn't quite kill. That's a bit of a shame. Can we paralyze this guy? It's a coin flip. That worked. Perfect. That should easily be 2 down. Shield Bearer, that's fine.
I shall lead by example.
Lila scares me a little bit, but she doesn't like moving too far. I'm going to throw poison, and then try to put you to sleep. Alright. We're getting pretty lucky with some of these effects. You, paralyzed, perfect. You shooting down at us, you're going to be able to shoot at us, I should say. That really is not much damage. Let's run through.
Final moments approach.
Run through, and stay put. You're moving ahead. You are asleep.
No need to panic.
Dina's... Oh, okay. I see what our plan is. Actually, yeah, let's just...
Well met.
God damn it, Archibald.
This battle is ours.
And...
Take aim.
See, if you just hit Archibald, you would have been fine. But no. You just had to miss. Whatever. It's very little health left, so I'll just have Medina chuck a Firestone. Mages are getting very close, which does worry me. Can I... Almost. Almost. Crit would have killed, but... Oh well. So Blade goes after both Serenoa and Anna, Spinning Slash. Shit, that's a Pikewind. He's gonna get to attack both. Yeah, I think Serenoa's down. Woo! Yep. Okay, this is...
I'm ready to do what I
not...
Heretics
Oh.
cannot be suffered to live.
Hold up. So you're just inflicting stop on Anna.
Lila Viscraft, you have inflicted enough cruelty upon the Roselle. No more.
Just for that line before?
You will pay for sinning against the goddess. What I did as one of the saintly 7, blessed by the Holy One, and thus the goddess herself.
But you wanted to stop it. You knew it was wrong. The heart that beats inside your chest is still human, is it not?
Silence! You have no right to speak of what is in my heart.
I will end this.
She didn't really take too well to that everything, really, did she?
Flames, heed my call.
Alright, Blazing Chains. Just because we need the... We could use the TP. So heal up there. Izana. You... Okay. Let's restore Anna. Which doesn't even remove stop. And it's good to know. Do quite a lot of damage to you. This is Decimate the Enemy, so we can't just rush down Lila. A bit unfortunately, but...
Stay down.
Oh well. Blade of Lightning, 108. Fall back a little bit. Healers aren't too big of a deal. Not really all that worried. I don't really want to hurt Anna if I don't need to. And Anna, of course, is stopped.
Looks like I'm up.
Oh, that took a lot. Alright, and then let's Edged Arrow.
That plain as day.
Pop you.
Prepare to face the dawn.
Move over to Max, who can
with a single blow. Yes.
Leap over, and then we triple thrust.
Prepare yourself. Just as I planned.
Very nice. Turn around, Huette will then be able to
I will
kill
fight
you.
to my last breath.
Alright, alright. Who's second? It's Mage, or it's Archer that's all the way back there. That's fine.
Count on me.
Especially because it's Medina up now, who can double TP. Or not double TP, double item. Which, I mean, can also double TP.
Here you go. Thank you.
So let's do that, and then we do a ranged
Here
pellet.
you go. I feel blessed.
Just to boost up their TP. Rogue's still asleep. Well, now he's not. Stop him for a little bit. That mage moving ahead is a bit annoying and okay.
So it's come to blows. You're not but a nuisance.
Okay, setting up on Anna. That delayed damage. I mean, I don't think it'll really matter, but I mean, sure.
I can do this.
Waste your time on Anna. Why not? Let's heal up Huette. I really don't like how things are looking right now. Gonna be real. Things are not looking good. That's a lot of enemies in a very small area.
I can still stand.
A lot of enemies that can do a lot of shit. Okay. Let's pop that. Really? 10 HP?
You
That
won't
close?
beat me.
Whatever. Eridor, I guess you can bop you.
I'll be okay.
Medina is going to need to heal a lot of people.
Here you go.
Luckily, Medina's good at that.
Allow me.
Archie,
Time to end this.
thank you.
I'm ready to do what I do.
Slow. Oh, that does damage? Okay.
Prepare to face the dawn spear.
Huh. Did not expect that to do damage.
Find yourself.
Oh, whatever. Gonna turn around. This mage is gonna fuck someone up.
This battle is ours.
65. Ugh. Sure.
Is one.
Take out units one at a time.
Let's go.
Take them out
I'm here.
as quickly as possible. Cordelia, stay put. Okay. Okay.
Flames, heed my call.
Yeah. This is
Stay down.
it's going great. It's going great.
So it's come. I do only.
Lila, down goes Max. Yeah, I see why you would be doing the big danger music. Do damage to that mage.
Absolutely wonderful.
This battle is ours.
Huette. Oh my god, that mage is being protected.
Try this.
Alright. I think we just stay put. Okay, they're slowly... Okay, yep. That's definitely game.
Let me show you what
Game, set, and match.
Heed my call.
I shall lead by
Bop you. We're just... They just do so much to us. You know what?
Overflows within me.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change up my strategy. Not change up my strategy, change up my way of playing through this. Through the whole game. Right now, a big problem is that we are just perpetually underleveled, and I don't really want to grind for so much time. So what I'm going to do is, for these last few missions, I will be dropping the difficulty down to normal. I still have not done any of these missions on normal, but I mean, they just do so much, and I think generally we have to be a little bit over-leveled. We start off under-leveled, and I think we have to be over-leveled in order to really have a chance. So, yeah, I am going to switch over to normal difficulty following this one. I think it's just that the enemies have lower stats when you're on lower difficulties. Their levels are all the same, all the recommended levels are the same. It's just the units are worse. But yeah, I mean, we just get annihilated right now. So we're not on equal footing with them is the thing. If we were equal level, which again we will be, yeah. We will be on equal levels eventually. Again, I just need to grind enough. And I feel like that's just... I say this... I've said this before, I've said this a number of times, that I don't think this is a game that's really built for hard difficulty on the first try. So, I will be switching it over to normal, and I will be cutting away to when things are nearly done. One thing that I kind of wish was with this game is if there was a much more substantial difference between hard and normal, because right now this is just on normal and I am plowing through them. I've lost Huette, but like it's one person and we've already done so much better than every other time. Another reason, by the way, why I've opted to why I'm lowering the difficulty is because I had spent, in the past, as in before the mine mission, I spent 4 hours grinding. Like, that's not even a joke, that, like, it was actually 4 hours of grinding. I will show off inescapable arrow, by the way. Shoots it up into the sky. Yeah, 4 hours of grinding, and that barely got me through one mission. So, it's just, again, I'm very convinced that this is not a game that is meant for a first time going on the hardest difficulty, because it's just a lot of stat stuff. And, I mean, if we're all equal, equivalent level, which we will end up at a certain point, I believe it is on the second New Game. Probably by the end of the first New Game Plus, we get to the point where you start being equal on levels. Equal level on everyone at the max level, level 50. And it's just after that point, then I'll get back to hard once I have everyone at the max level.
Tread carefully.
Just so that, again, it's actually a little bit... It's just a lot of stat stuffing is the big thing. We can show how delayed casting works. It's a lot of damage, but it's... well, it takes a little while to activate. So let's pull you back. I mean, I guess this isn't like... It's not like this is terribly easy, per se, but... I mean, like, you saw how we got annihilated in the first attempt, and now it's going not that poorly, honestly.
Stay right there.
So let's attack you, Archie. Just barely can't reach. Can if we move up. I want to take out that that mage at least. Yeah, I think probably just until I get to the point where it is everyone's level 50, enemies and my guys, both of them, then I'll probably just be on normal. Again, it's a lot of grinding needed otherwise. You are probably going to backstab Serena or Frederica, either or. And let's start moving Cordelia.
I must do my duty. I've done it.
Start moving her up a little bit.
So it's come to be.
Delay casting is whatever. Not a big deal.
Stay down.
Yeah, I feel a little bit bad that I'm going down in difficulty, but it's such a slog on the hard, because you just don't have the stats. Not the stats, you just don't have the levels, mainly.
Looks like I'm up.
And Edged Arrow can take you out.
I shall lead by example.
Yeah, like,
For the honor of House Wolford.
maybe I was... Honestly, like, I probably did worse strategy, but it's just level stacking is such a big thing.
I must do my duty.
They just stat pad so much in this. And it's not too much about... I mean, like, most of the most difficult missions I've won on hard by exploiting, which feels disingenuous, so... Yeah. Temporal suspension, that's pausing... That's Archibald? Pausing Max. I've already seen that dialogue. That wasn't delayed at all. What the hell? I feel lied to. Wonder if Archibald will survive this. He's probably gonna take a Thunderbird to the face. Or not. Okay. And Quietus in tandem. Move that along. Serenella can move ahead.
No need to panic. It's nothing.
Yes, tactical RPGs, they are meant to be all about the strategy.
I'll do my utmost.
And I just don't feel like hard mode on your first few playthroughs has much in terms of strategy. It's just... They're just so high statted. Now they are just down to healers, as well as Lila herself. I feel really bad about lowering the difficulty.
I will end this.
I pride myself as a man that keeps things real. Try to, actually make a challenge for myself, because I'm a masochist, I guess.
From where shall we strike?
But again, you just don't have the tools, like, at all on hard mode on your first playthrough, unless you want to grind for a really long time. That's been my experience with it. That's really my biggest problem with Triangle Strategy, is hard difficulty, because it's just so much.
Here you go. For the people.
Again, as I said at the beginning of this cut, I want there to be a little bit of, like, it'd be awesome if there was just a gap between the, hard and normal. Like, one more difficulty between, and it would be perfect. But it's just not.
On my honor as the Dawn.
So, Sir Maxi, let's triple thrust from high ground. You also explode. And do damage to adjacent. I did forget about that.
You're not but a nuisance.
Slow. Does in fact, surprise, surprise, slow him down.
Count on me.
And I imagine that Serenoa has some extra dialogue with Lila.
For the honor of House Wolford.
So let's find out if that's the case.
Death from above.
No, apparently not.
I can do this.
Alright. That would have made sense, but sure. Go ahead. Let's do that, and then Azana can zap.
Tremble in fear.
So this is my fate. Or is it divine retribution?
Let me show you what I've learned.
Man, I seriously feel really bad that I have to go and lower the difficulty. And also that Lila seems to be somewhat remorseful. That too, I guess. Sure, but more importantly that I had to lower the difficulty. Really is a shame.
It's nothing personal. With years comes wisdom.
Oh, goddess, you have never smiled upon me. I wished to see him just once more.
I really would have rather kept this on hard mode, but it's just their stats are just so ridiculously high, and if you're even slightly underleveled, you have no chance. So really, what was I to do? Persevere. That's what I was supposed to do.
Minister Lila had the key to the laboratory. We found the Elfric within.
And documents detailing its use. We know how to trigger it now.
Then we can destroy both the statue of the goddess and the ships that it give chase.
My people suffered so this Elfric could be created. For their sake, we cannot fail.
We shan't. I think even Minister Lila, in her heart of hearts, had prayed for our success.
So she understood the injustice of it all and sought to aid us. What makes you think that?
I imagine circumstances prevented her from acts of outright defiance.
Perhaps the Saintly Seven are not so free to act according to their own principles. If that's the case, then the so-called equality under the goddess that Hyzant loves to espouse is nothing but hypocrisy.
Indeed. There is nothing righteous about a faith that preaches appropriating a person's very death. Let us to the source. The goddess's oppression has gone on long enough.
They haven't added more soldiers to the ramparts, meaning they haven't noticed us yet.
Clara's has him nice and distracted for us. But I don't think we can stay hidden for this next bit.
No, the source is heavily guarded inside. Sneaking in to quietly foment rebellion is not an option. We must defeat the guards and convince the Rizal to rise up in a very short amount of time.
Before reinforcements arrive to put us down. Frederica, everything rests on your ability to sway them to our side.
My lady, you're quivering.
I know what I will say, what I will do. Whether I will succeed, however, I do not know. And not knowing frightens me. I hate that I'm such a coward, when my mother was so brave.
There isn't a person in the world who doesn't fear the future. Not your mother, not the Rosellan, not I. Being brave isn't about being fearless. It's about acting regardless of how terrified you are. We are here because we refuse to let fear rule us. Remember, Frederica, you are not alone. We will see this through together.
I needed to hear that, Sheila. Mother, please guide us. Guide me. Serenoa, I am ready. I can do this.
I know you can. Come then. The source awaits.